Now, a great package that can help us with that hashing problem here is the bcrypt package, which is a package that is kind of developed by the Go team, but not part of the Go standard library. Now, to add that package to our project, we can grab this URL here, this link, and then back in our project, in the terminal, run go get -u and then this path here. And this will now download it onto our system. Alternatively, you can click on this link here, this repository link, and then here copy this instruction without those dots at the end. So that will install it, and with it installed, we can use it. And I will use it by adding a new utils folder, a new utils package here, in which I'll add a hash.go file. A file that should be responsible for hashing values, hashing passwords to be precise. So this file will belong to a package called hash, and then in there we should have a function hash password. Now that should get the plain password, which is of type string, as an input, and then we should return the hashed password. So still a string, but a totally unreadable string that gives us no hint regarding the original password. Now inside of hash password, we can now use this bcrypt package, and for that you then also must add this import, to call its generate from password function, which is a function that exists to convert a plain password to a hashed secure value. Now generate from password wants the password actually as a byte slice, but thankfully you can easily convert a string to a byte slice by using this converter function here, and by then just passing the password to this function. So this converts this string into such a byte slice. In addition, generate from password needs a cost parameter, which simply controls how complex the hashing will be. And here at the moment, a value of 14 should give us a secure hashed password. Then, as a result, we get back such a byte slice or an error, and that byte slice will be the hashed password. The error will be an error. So here we got the bytes or the error, and then here we can simply return that bytes slice converted to a string with the string conversion function. So this direction works as well. We can easily convert a string to a byte slice with the byte slice conversion function, and we can go into the other direction with the string conversion function. And in addition, I'll also return that error if we got one, and therefore here, this hash password function actually has two return types. And now we got this utility function, which we can use in the user.go file. In there, in the save method, I don't want to use this raw plain password as an input value for this exec method. Instead, here we should create a hashed password first. By using our utils package, and I just noticed that I named my package here hash. It should be utils because the folder is named utils. So with that changed, we can now use the utils package here in user.go, and of course add the fitting import. And then here call hash password. And now we pass the password the user provided to hash password. And as a result, we'll get back the hashed password or an error. So of course we should check if we got an error, in which case I'll return it. But otherwise we have the hashed password, which should now be passed to exec, so that it's the hashed password that will end up in the database. And that's a small but super important change. If you again save all files and you run this application, you will still be able to create users, now just for a different email address, since I already used test@example.com, so now I will use test2. And if I now send this, this still works. I still created this user successfully, but now internally, the password of that user will be hashed. So if the database should get compromised, the attackers cannot retrieve the plain value password of that user.